The holographic chamber hummed with alien frequencies as representatives from 47 species materialized around the circular platform. At its center stood General Hazel Cortez, her uniform still bearing the scorched marks from New Terra's fall. Her dark eyes swept across the assembly, lingering on the Krellin High Commander, whose mandibles clicked with barely concealed satisfaction. "You summoned me to explain," Hazel said, her voice cutting through the chamber like a blade. "So I will." The Galactic Arbiter, a luminescent being of pure energy, pulsed with authority. "General Cortez, humanity stands accused of violating the Accords of Peaceful Expansion. Your colony on New Terra fired upon Krellin survey vessels without provocation. Without provocation." Hazel's laugh was bitter. "Is that what they told you?" She activated her wrist device, and the air filled with images surveillance footage from New Terra's final hours. The colonists appeared first, children playing in biodomed gardens, scientists tending to experimental crops, families building homes under alien skies. Then came the Krellin ships, descending not in greeting but in conquest. They came with warships, not survey vessels. Hazel continued. "They demanded our surrender, our resources, our world. When we refused, they opened fire on civilian centers first." The footage shifted to horror, plasma fire raining down on residential districts, the screams of the dying echoing through communication channels. A young boy no more than 8 clutching his sister's hand as the building collapsed around them. "We had 300,000 souls on New Terra," Hazel said, her voice steady despite the tremor in her hands. "Farmers, teachers, engineers, families. The Krell left us with 30,000 survivors." The Krellin commander's translation matrix crackled. "They resisted imperial authority. The Accords are clear." "The Accords," Hazel interrupted, "state that established colonies have the right to self-determination. New Terra had been settled for 23 years. We had children born under those stars who had never seen Earth. It was their home, and you burned it." She moved through the holographic projections, each step deliberate. "But you didn't call me here to debate the Accords. You called me here because you're afraid." The chamber erupted in alien voices, whistles, clicks, harmonics of outrage. The Arbiter pulsed crimson. "General Cortez, you will show respect, respect." Hazel's voice rose, carrying the weight of 200,000 graves. "You want respect from the species you tried to exterminate, then earn it." She pulled up another file. "After New Terra fell, we sent distress signals. We begged for aid from this enlightened galactic empire. 37 species received our calls. Do you know how many responded?" She paused, her gaze sweeping the assembly. "0. But one human did respond," she continued. "Captain Leo Martinez of the civilian freighter Prometheus. He heard our cries and turned his ship around. One man with a cargo hauler and a crew of 12 against a Krellin war fleet." The hologram shifted again, showing the Prometheus limping through space, its hull breached, fires burning in its cargo bays. But it wasn't retreating, it was charging forward, placing itself between the Krellin dreadnought and the evacuation shuttles fleeing New Terra. "He bought us 17 minutes, Hazel said softly. 17 minutes for 30,000 people to escape. He knew he couldn't win. He did it anyway." The image froze on Captain Leo Martinez's final transmission. His face was blooded, smoke filling his bridge, but his eyes were clear. "Tell them we were here," he said. "Tell them humans don't abandon their own." The Prometheus exploded in a flash of light, taking 3 Krellin cruisers with it. Silence filled the chamber. Hazel turned to face the Krellin commander directly. "You're right to be afraid, not because humanity is stronger, we're not. Not because we have better weapons, we don't. You're afraid because you've seen what one human will do for strangers. You've seen what we'll sacrifice for people we've never met." She deactivated the hologram and straightened her scorched uniform. "You thought the Massacre would teach us our place in your empire, that we'd bow, accept our role as another conquered species. You were wrong. This is a declaration of war." The Arbiter asked, its luminescence flickering uncertainly. "No," Hazel said. "This is a declaration of identity. You attacked New Terra, believing humans were like you, that we'd calculate the odds, weigh the costs, and surrender when defeat seemed inevitable. But Leo Martinez didn't calculate. Those farmers and teachers who stood their ground with hunting rifles against plasma cannons didn't calculate. We don't work that way. She pulled a data chip from her pocket and placed it on the central console. That contains every detail of the New Terra massacre. Every war crime, every civilian casualty, every plea for mercy that went unanswered. I'm submitting it to the Galactic Archives as evidence. The Empire will never allow. The Krellin commander began. The Empire? Hazel cut him off. Doesn't get a choice. That data is already being broadcast to every inhabited system, every news network, every species with receivers. In approximately 4 hours, the entire galaxy will know what happened at New Terra. They'll see the children you murdered. They'll hear Leo Martinez's final words. She walked toward the exit, pausing at the threshold. Humanity, in asking for your permission to exist anymore. We're not begging for a seat at your table. We're telling you that the next time you come for us, we won't be farmers with hunting rifles. We'll be ready. And when we come, she added, her voice carrying the promise of storms, we'll bring the full fury of a species that would rather die standing than live kneeling. Leo Martinez taught you that. New Terra taught you that. Remember it? General Hazel Cortez walked out of the Galactic Assembly, leaving behind a chamber full of species who had just learned the most dangerous truth about humanity. They were not reasonable, they were relentless, and they never forgot their dead.